Welcome to the Best Damn Podcast, and here's today's weekend read for Friday, January the 19th, and Saturday, January the 20th, 2024. We start off first with the overall energy of the Empress. I feel like you guys are incredibly abundant right now. You're in this energy of really knowing your own worth, knowing your own value. I feel like even people are seeing you as incredibly beautiful, incredibly attractive. There's a lot of prosperity in your future too. It's kind of like everything you touch is incredibly fertile. Some of you guys, could end up pregnant or, having children. So it's like take the precautions if that's something you don't want in your life. And for those of you that are not childbearing age, it doesn't necessarily mean it's not for you. It could even be like a spiritual connotation, like a spiritual child. It's like you birthing a new version of yourself, a more spiritual version, a more grounded version, one that really knows their own worth and allows life to come to them, allows love to come to them, allows money and the things that they desire to come to them instead of chasing. In the challenge position, we do see the Six of Cups. So I feel like right now there is a lot of like reminiscing, thinking about the past. Thinking about times when you were really happy or, someone that made you really happy. It could be somebody that you used to be with that you're no longer with. It could be a place you used to live or, a job or a career, But I feel like a lot of you guys are, you're really in your feels when it comes to like thinking about the past and, thinking about a time, that brought you a lot of joy or a person that brought you a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. On the bottom of the deck, we do see the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this was in yesterday's read, so that's really important. So it shows some congruency there. Now, the Knight of Pentacles to me is like, even though it's the slowest moving knight in the tarot, it is the surest footed knight. So it's saying whatever or whoever you've been waiting on or whatever you've been waiting on to manifest is coming. It's just taking time. And maybe that's what's kind of got you reminiscing. And for some of you, and whether it's a job, a relationship or whatever, for some of you, it has kind of become a burden to you. We see the Ten of Wands in the immediate past here. So it's like the Ten of Wands is something that's really hard to carry. It is a burden, something that causes you a lot of stress or weight or anxiety. But also, it's not giving up either. It's like not, being willing to quit or turn your back on someone or something. It's like, yeah, I've carried this burden, I've carried this weight, but I know it's going to work out. I know that there is a lot of fulfillment in this, and I know this is what I deserve, so I'm going to continue to push forward. And in the immediate future, we do see the Four of Pentacles, which has to do with your stability. Some of you guys could be kind of like trying to protect your stability, whether it's like financially or your foundation in a relationship. I just see that you're really focused on this and working on this. And some of you guys could be a lot of closed off to new opportunities because of this. It's like you're so focused on releasing this burden or so focused on bringing this to fruition, you guys might not be open to a lot of new opportunity. But I do see you working on your foundation, within a relationship or your finances, and that it's working out good for you. It's like you're creating this because this is what you desire. It's like 4 in numerology has to do with like the fortress, right? It's like creating fortitude, or foresight, doing something in preparation or advance of something to make sure that you're safe, you're good, and that it works out, goes according to plan. Now, what you don't see coming, another 4, we have the Four of Cups. At one point, I feel like there was a lot of sadness, you see those 3 cups down there. It's like a lot of times, that has to do with like emotional loss or, heartbreak or things like that. But, there's this cup here that you don't see. It's like a blessing in disguise, even though there may have been a lot of weight and a lot of pressure in your life, even though you may have had to wait a long time for this to kind of manifest, even though it's created this stress, perhaps you had to go through this to see your own value, or you had to go through this to really get out in front of things and finally create the stability that you need, or to see something for how valuable it really is, or someone for how valuable they really are. I see your focus right now is the Queen of Cups, which is really nurturing yourself or like nurturing someone else. It's like, she's got the cup in her hand and she's willing to give emotionally, but she's only willing to give if she's also going to receive, if it's, if it's true, if it's legit, if it's genuine. So I feel like right now, there could be people in your life that are really trying to, show you love, kindness, be genuine towards you. And it's like, that's kind of like what you need. You're trying to build something real or something true with someone, or that's what you really desire or want. Or you could be doing this as well. It's like you finally are ready to put down the burdens. You finally, see that it's time, to work on the foundation or something. You see this person in your life as a blessing in disguise, and all the good times that you have, and it's like you're really ready to love on this person. They're ready to love on you. We do see the Page of Pentacles here. It's like seeing someone's value, seeing someone's value. It's like truly looking at a situation or studying a situation and seeing it for what it really is, And it's also, it could be like coveting someone as well. It's like, that one pentacle. It's like seeing someone as extremely precious. Somebody could see you like this too. They could think you're extremely precious, and that you're really worth the time or worth the effort, the energy. And I do see here with the Eight of Pentacles, like this is something you're willing to work on, something you're willing to put the work in. You see this person's value. You guys probably have a history together. Some of you are, you're thinking of the idea of what it would be like, even though you've had these burdens, you've had this kind of struggle, in the past, it's now this blessing in disguise coming to you. And it's like you're putting in the time, you're putting in the effort, and this has a potential for marriage, with the Four of Wands here. It's like a new beginning. It's like a new balance. It's like the Four of Wands represents the universe giving you like an opportunity. It's up to you to take it. It's up to you to take it. And I feel like for a lot of you, you will. Because in the outcome, we have the Hierophant, which is also Taurus energy. This is a traditional commitment. A monogamous relationship. For some of you guys, this is going to be a spiritual commitment. I just want to kind of put that out there. For some of you guys, this really will be a spiritual commitment. It's like putting down the burden of the past, truly nurturing one's soul, building one foundation on rock, not sand, and it's kind of even taken some time for this to happen. But what you've been through, you see as a blessing in disguise. It's like you now know your value. You now know you deserve this, and you're seeing this kind of as the ultimate prize. You're willing to put in the work. You're willing to make the commitment. You're willing to take the opportunity, and like you're becoming more in tune and more spiritual as a result. This is also commitment to routine. If it's in a career, it's like, being committed to something that you're starting, or being committed to a person, a marriage, a relationship, So free yourself. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Some of you guys have lost control, or you've given it to others. It's like it's time to now make yourself happy. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Yeah, I feel like the burden for some of you guys could be a past relationship, and you're now seeing like, there's someone new, or a new opportunity. And it's like the person you were with, wasn't loving you the way that you deserve to be, and you need to like let that go, free yourself from that connection, have a real commitment that you truly desire. And finally, the Serpent. Yeah, serpent is about being wise, being wise as serpents, but it's also about knowledge, like having the knowledge in a situation to like know what you need to know or see what you need to see. And it could also mean you've dealt with somebody that's a fucking liar too. Somebody that wasn't honest, somebody that caused you burden, somebody that caused you hardship. And it's like, see the situation for what it is. And finally, the Farmer, the affirmation, I enjoy being of service to those who deserve it. Yeah, this is like sowing good seeds. Willing to put in the work, right? And that way you're sowing good seeds to reap a good harvest. And it's like, no longer put in the work for those who don't deserve it, or those that won't put in the work with you. It's like, I feel like a situation in your life is becoming very clear now. You see what you need to do. You see how you need to move. You see what will create what you truly desire. And I feel like that's all we can ask for in life. It's a beautiful reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Please text 513-393-2396 or email therealbestdampodcast@gmail.com if you want to book a personal reading. Follow me Instagram, Facebook, Best Damn Podcast, Twitter, The Real Best Damn, YouTube, Best Damn Podcast Official, and TikTok. All right, I love you guys. And join us on Patreon Sundays, patreon.com, Best Damn Podcast Official. Donate support. I love you guys. See you next time. Peace.